You're welcome back to Broughton Motor Concept QuickBooks Desktop Mastery course. During the last session, we talked about how to create company, and we also talked about using the Express Startup or Express Start or Start Setup. So today I'm going to look at how to create using detailed stats. I'm going to select detailed start and go click on yes. So here we're going to provide detailed information about our company. The benefit of this is you are able to set up various aspects of your businesses. QuickBooks will set various aspects up as you move on in creating the company. So let's quickly create this. We have BMC fittings, BMC fittings, and supplies and supply limited. So we see that we have the company name and then we have the legal name. So if the legal name is different from the company name, you can select this. You can change whichever is not the same. This happens when you have different trade names. You have a trade name that is different from the company name that is registered. So the address, let's say we have 12 Fajobi Street, Agege. Okay, there's a Lagos. And the zip code, we have others, which is Nigeria. We have the phone number. So we have 234 6709. This. So then the next thing we're going to have is email address. You can say, okay, the email address is brought to multiconcepts at gmail.com. Then we have the website. We have the essence of this is when you are creating an invoice or you're going to generate invoice. So this address will show on your invoice as prepared. And also, this is not is something that you can also edit. It's editable. You can still come back to edit whichever one you want to edit. In this case, I'm going to select. So let me put the website address there. We have brought to multi-concepts dot com.ng. So we have www.com.ng. Then we have next. So here we're going to select which industry are we into. So just like we did earlier, we're going to select general product based businesses, and then we're going to select next. Then here we have I think we selected corporation earlier. Select next. If you don't have any of these, you can select others, none. So in this case, we're going to select corporation, click on next, and then we have your fiscal year. Your fiscal year, is it January to December? If it is not January to December, you can select when do you start, when does your fiscal year start from? So I'm going to select January in this case, which is most common. So here we're going to select the password. The password for admin. This admin password. The essence of password is when somebody lays hand on your backup, it will be difficult for the person to log in without having your password. But without password, whoever has access to your backup can just log into your system, into your company, and have access to your information. In this case, I'm going to create a I'm going to create a password. So then next thing is next. So create a company. It's asking you, your company information is stored in the company file. Click next to this. Let's click on next. So we're okay here. Let's save it here and move on. It's creating the company file. That is the company file in that location. If you want to change the location, remember you can always change the location. In the case of Express Start, you select where you want to locate under preview. In this case, now we select where you want your data information to reside. So let's wait a minute for this to be ready. So next thing we're going to look at now. So we click on next. Once this is ready, you select next. So you can see the progress on the EasyStep interview. We have the interview progress as we move on in creating the company. So here we have customizing QuickBooks for your businesses. So your industry, and what you sell. This. So we have. Let's click on next. What do you sell? Service only, product only, or both product services. So let's select this and click on next. Then do you charge sales tax? For most businesses, we have tax. For NGO, you may not have this, but in the case of business-oriented, profit-oriented businesses, most likely to have a VAT being set up. Then we select next. Do you want to create estimate in QuickBooks? Yeah, this is when you if your business is the kind of business that gives quotations. So you select this and you click on next. Also, do you want to track customer orders? If you want to track the order of customers, you can select yes, or otherwise no. Remember that sales order is different from self invoice. Tracking sales order does not create an invoice for you. So you can either select yes or no. So let's select next, yes in this case. Using statement in QuickBooks. Do you want to use QuickBooks to generate statement reports for customers or suppliers and the rest, um, like like on monthly basis or whatsoever? Either yes or no can do, depend on the company. So you want to use progress invoicing. If you work in a company whereby you do invoicing in progress, for example, you have to supply like 1 million rolls of a particular product, and when you supply 200,000, you want to invoice 200,000. When you supply the next one, you want to invoice. So, which means that you invoice in progress or in piecemeal. So you're going to select yes in that case. If otherwise, you just pick on what? On no. So I'm going to select yes. Then we move on. How do you manage the bill you hold? Do you want to keep track of your bill? Yes. Then what about inventory? Do you want to track your inventory? That is the inventory you have in your store, your items, stock items. Do you want to track them? I'm going to select yes in this case and click on next. Then the tracking time for QuickBooks. Why do you need to track time? Maybe to build customers based on the number of hours or time spent on a project, or to cost a project, or to pay employee or whatsoever. So in that case, if you want, you can select either yes or no. So want to track or don't want to track, select yes or no. Do you have employee? Yes, we have employee. See, we have yes. So, and you can select next. Okay, we have, please tell us if you have W2 and contractor employee and or contractor employee, or you have, let's see, we have this. and then we'll move on. Okay, so select a start date, track your invoice, beginning of the year 2024. Yes, or you want to use today's date, you can select which date you want to start the tracking. So I'm going to select the beginning of the year, and we'll select next. So at this point, we have the chart of account. So that is a bit similar to the company we selected at the beginning of this. So let's say we don't want this. We don't want to keep that account, and we need which other one we need here? We need interest income. We select this. Let's look at what we have here at expenses, rent, fees, printing and reproduction. Let's say we need this. So you can, at this point, you can customize, add, or remove whichever is not applicable to your business. Remember that we can still add when we get into the QuickBook proper, we can always add or remove. Let's add sales discount on the purchase discount and then click on next. So congratulations, you have successfully set up your company. So let's go to setup and let's see our company in action. Congratulations, so you have successfully created a company in QuickBooks Desktop. So the next thing we're going to look at in the next class is going to be how to go through. The next thing we're going to look at will be going to go through the interface of QuickBooks. We're going to look at the interface of QuickBooks, what do we have in QuickBooks and how it works. So in this case, I think we're going to close this for now. Let's start working and then we'll close this. Okay, good. Thank you for your time. So we'll meet in the next class.